Hi everyone, it's Candace Fonos with Remax Results. Today I want to talk about a really important but often overlooked part of property management. Understanding your target market based on your rental property offering. Knowing your target market isn't just about deciding who you want to rent to. It's about understanding who your property naturally appeals to, and then positioning it in a way that attracts those ideal tenants. Let's start with a simple truth. Every property tells a story. A small, efficient apartment downtown tells a completely different story than a 3-bedroom home in a quiet cul-de-sac. The features, location, and price point all send signals about who that property is best suited for. When you take the time to understand that connection, you can create better listings, set the right rent, and attract tenants who are a good fit, meaning they're more likely to stay longer and take great care of the home. So let's break it down. The first thing to consider is location. Where your property sits plays a huge role in who's going to be most interested. If you've got a condo downtown, you'll likely appeal to professionals, students, or young couples who value convenience and easy access to work or school. If your rental is in a more suburban area, your audience might shift toward families or long-term tenants looking for space and stability. And if you're managing a rural property, your tenants might be retirees, self-employed individuals, or those who just want peace and privacy away from city life. Each of these audiences values something different, and your marketing message should reflect that. Next, think about the size and layout of your property. A 2-bedroom suite might work perfectly for roommates or a small family. A bachelor or basement suite will likely appeal to single tenants, students, or someone just starting out. And a full house with a yard is ideal for tenants who want room for children or pets. Often people who plan to stay longer term. The point is, the way your space functions should align with how you describe it and who you market it to. Now let's talk about price point. Your rent sends a very clear message about the lifestyle and expectations that come with living in your property. A high-end condo downtown will attract higher-income tenants who prioritize comfort and amenities. Meanwhile, a more affordable unit in a smaller community will appeal to renters who prioritize budget, practicality, and maybe a slower pace of life. Pricing your rental correctly and in line with what your target market can realistically afford is key to minimizing vacancy and ensuring steady income. Then there are features and amenities. Ask yourself, what makes your property stand out? Does it have in-suite laundry, a garage, a fenced yard, or allow pets? Each of these things appeals to a different audience. For example, pet-friendly properties are often in high demand from families and long-term renters. Units with limited storage or shared laundry might attract more transient tenants or those who value affordability over amenities. The more you understand what your property offers and what that means to your ideal renter, the more strategic you can be in how you advertise it. Finally, think about lease terms and flexibility. A short-term or furnished rental can open the door to contractors, traveling professionals, or people relocating for work. Meanwhile, an unfurnished long-term lease tends to attract tenants looking for stability, people who want to settle in and make the property their home. So, even the way you structure your lease can help attract the right kind of renter for your goals. Here's the big takeaway. Defining your target market doesn't mean excluding anyone. It simply means you're being clear and intentional about who your property best serves. When your property's strengths and your marketing message line up, you attract tenants who value what you're offering. They're easier to work with, they take better care of the space, and they often stay longer, which is a win for everyone involved. So, whether you're just starting out as a landlord or you already manage a few rentals, take some time to look at your properties and ask yourself, who does this space really work best for? What lifestyle does it support? And how can I position it to speak directly to that audience? Answering those questions will give you a huge advantage in setting rent, screening applicants, and keeping your property consistently occupied with great tenants. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, feel free to reach out. I'd be happy to help you identify your ideal tenant profile and create a management strategy that works for your property. Like, comment, and subscribe for more real estate tips and information.